You might be asking the question, is Charlotte, North Carolina, a good place to live? The answer is yes. I live here. Or your parents, the grandparents of your kids, they might be saying, hey, what's it like to retire to Charlotte, North Carolina, or retiring in South Carolina? Because truth be told, Charlotte sits right above the state line. So there are small towns in Fort Mill, Indian Land, Tegakay, South Carolina, that are basically part of the Charlotte metro area. And one of them is also called York, South Carolina. Hey guys, I'm in touch with the new construction on-site sales reps really over the last 12 years and shooting videos over the last 12 years on my YouTube channel. And my team and I stay in touch with these agents because we find that people relocating to Charlotte, NC, they like the idea of new construction. Plus, to avoid bidding wars, it's nice to be able to have builders that are staying ahead of the inventory crisis. So here's what's up with the what's up. DR Horton is at the end, coming to the end of their fiscal year. Meaning what? They would like to get some houses off the books within these next couple of months. So if you can close in August or September, boy, we'd love to help you. And here, I'm going to show you a couple of great examples of that. I was doing some research a day or two ago and leaned into the DR Horton contacts that we have, which are many, and found some great first-time home buyer neighborhoods. But this one called Westport is not just that, but it's also a great neighborhood for those who are wanting a ranch-style home, like the grandparents, right? So what if you could live, and I'm thinking about this because it wasn't that long ago, I got a call, hey, we want multi-generational. Now, multi-generational house means y'all are under one roof, and I like that. But this scenario was, maybe a couple in their 50s. They had kids maybe in their late 20s with a couple of young bambinos, and they wanted to live together. But hey, we helped them buy under the same roof, but buy a ranch house very near a 2-story house, and you're a golf cart away. You maintain your independence, and yet you lean into the grandparents who want to help. And the grandkids want to get to know their grandparents. Good for everybody. In fact, just a few months ago, I taught my great-granddaughter how to read over the course of a few months. Started when she was age 4, ended when she was age 5, and she's reading like a champ using the phonics method. That was very satisfying for an old guy like me. But, retiring in Charlotte, NC is one thing. If you get the little brochures and the nomenclature, you see that there are 55 plus neighborhoods listed with like retirement, memory care type, assisted living. And that's not what I'm talking about. We've got a lot of life in us. I'm 75, my wife's 72. She's playing pickleball at least twice a week. I'm out shooting videos, hanging out with my dog, having some big, fat, juicy fun in the South, and you can too. Now, what I want to tell you is that we're in touch with these agents, and I found out a thing or two that you may not know by a casual look, or even a lot of agents don't know because they're not really tuned in the way my team is to new construction and the 55 plus neighborhoods as well. Let me make this point. Doing what I'm talking about today, where your kids, look at this house up on top, over to my left right here. That is a 5-bedroom. It says 4, but on the MLS it shows as 1 bedroom on the main floor, 4 bedrooms up, 3 full baths, 2-car garage, 2-story home. And then right below it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, the Cypress plan. DR Horton knows how to build ranch homes, man. It's their Freedom series. And this one is plenty of room, and it's going to be very near to this 2-story section. This is a ranch style section. Now think about it. This ranch style section is really like a 55 plus, but without the restrictions, meaning that, hey, the younger folks are going to gravitate over there, and people with a little snow on the roof are going to be more likely to be in the ranch homes neighborhood. Perfect for multi-generational. You're close, but not so close. Let's talk about these numbers. Oh, by the way, school district here in York, South Carolina. Remember, Charlotte sits right on the state line, just above the South Carolina state line. So Charlotte, North Carolina is just above a number of great South Carolina neighborhoods, including this Lake Wylie one called Westport. Don't be confused. There are a couple of Westports in our area. Get you a good buyer agent. I've got a team of them. Call me. Holler at your boy. I'm excited about this because I'm going to show you on a mortgage calculator in just a second. But first, let's talk about price. On this, to my left here on this upper one, the base price of this 5-bedroom home is right at about $548. Now, the lot, because you start with the base price, then you add the lot premium, that was $3,000. And then the options that they put into this home, I mean, you know, covered front porch, covered back porch, soft close cabinets, dovetail cabinets, drawers, beautiful, really. And this particular one had a number at $44,000 in options, bringing the total price to well over, well, here's what it is. The adjustment is the one I really need to talk about. They're offering close to $56,000 in adjustments, bringing the total price down to less than the base price, where we're looking right at $539K. Wow, that's exciting. Now, the second one is a ranch home. So again, I've got you and the kids. I've got your parents living there. That house is ranch house, really a better price than you're going to find in most 55 plus. And that's sitting right at $449 for the base price, plus the lot premium, plus the options, and then minus $45,000 plus, bringing this price down to less than, almost $20,000 less than just the base price. So that's $429 for the ranch home, and that's $539 for the 2-story. Now, oh yes, this neighborhood will have pickleball courts, a pool, a playground, and the schools are Bethel Elementary, Oak Ridge Middle School, right around the corner, and Clover High School. So don't be confused. It's York is the municipality, but it's got Clover High School. Do the math on that. Well, let's go over to the mortgage calculator. What did I say? $539? Let's just make me a little bit smaller. Can I get smaller? I can't get smaller, can I? So let's go here to 3.5%. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. Down payment, let's just call it 3.5%. And let's call the purchase price, what did I say, $539 for the 2-story, 3.5% down, 30-year mortgage. And then you come over here and look at the total price, the details right here. You're paying $203 in private mortgage insurance. But by the way, you know, if the parents, grandparents could help you with that down payment, get that up to 20%, then you're going to avoid over $200 a month in mortgage insurance. That would be great if you could get a little bit of your inheritance early to seal this whole deal. But if you're putting down 3.5% for a $539 house, remember, it's been reduced like well over $50,000. And if your interest rate's 6.875, those are your numbers. But wait a minute. Wait, there's more. DR Horton, because they own this mortgage company, they've got an incentive right now that you can get in at 4.99. And that's not just for the first year. That's a 30-year fixed, 30-year, 3.5% down payment, purchase price of $539. And what does that look like? Man, that brought that thing way down to $3,346. That's because they've bought the rate down using their mortgage company. They've bought the rate down. Wow. So that makes that look so affordable. And I'm just going to paint this picture just for fun because I like this idea. What if you could get some money from your parents to make this deal happen to where what? That they gave you some of your inheritance early. That's maybe you put $8K down and let's just say they pull $100,000 out for theirs. You get the rate down to 4.99, 30 years, 20% down. Now remember the mortgage insurance was like 203. Let's see. Oh, it's gone now because you got your inheritance early and there's no mortgage insurance. That payment is affordable for you. And your principal and interest, is that a number? $23.12. Your property taxes and insurance, your homeowner's insurance, because remember there's no private mortgage insurance now. Your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance are being escrowed. That money's being set aside every month so that at the end of the year, you're able to make the payment for the next year in bulk, paid in full for your homeowner's insurance and your property taxes. So that's what that is. The full payment, PITI. Principal and interest, $2,312. Property taxes and insurance, $354. You're at just $2,666. Is that marvelous? That's with 20% down. Guys, let's do this thing. And by the way, let me talk about a few of these. These are, again, me being proactive and in touch with the builders, on-site salespeople. Remember, they have their own agent. Don't walk into a model home. Don't even fill out a form to this builder or any builder. You start with me. I'll get you to one of my team members. We'll talk about it, and they'll show you the whole market, not just this builder, the whole market. And then they will make appointments for whenever you want to go see him. They can do FaceTime. They can ask me to go shoot a video of a particular house, like those two that I told you about. And then now we have, again, now here's where the magic, really comes in a lot of ways. The ranch home section of this, they will take care of your lawn maintenance. So grandparents, you can get up and go until your gets up and goes on its own. $258 a month for the HOA. That includes your lawn maintenance. So that's money right there. And by the way, this is if you can close in August or September. There are these all-in incentives. Your ranch homes all in the 400s in what they call the Westport Freedom section. Let me show you a few of the ranches. Here's one for $499, Cypress I talked about. Here's one, and that's marked down from $512. Here's one for $429. That was marked down from $471. Here's one for $449. That was marked down from $469. These are all ranch homes. And they have a couple of ranch and a half homes as well, by the way. Like here's a 4-bedroom that's just over $509, $525. And again, try to buy a house in a 55 plus for $509, $525. It ain't that easy. That's a beautiful Cypress 4-bedroom. It got 3 bedrooms. That was 2,373 square feet. So that's cool. Here's some more from their Freedom series. Remember, you can lock and go. They're going to take care of your lawn. They got one for $460, one for $507. That's a 4-bedroom cedar. Cedar's a cool plan. They've got a birch for under $464, and so on and so on. Now, what about 2-story homes? I know this is going to be broken up into some shorts because I know how your attention span is. So, but for the long form video, which you can refer back to, we'll have all these details. Here's some more ranches, by the way. Here's one for $489. It was $533. They're wanting to get these off the books if you can close in August or September. Here's a ranch with a covered patio, $495. That was $543. Wow. Here's one for $545. It was almost $587. 5-bedroom. Wow. Is that a ranch? Well, we're fixing to find out. Now, here are the 2-stories. By the way, the 2 stories are in the upper 500s and the lower 600s. Talking about 5-bedroom homes, people. Wow. Brand new construction, warranties and everything. I said everything. That's how you pronounce it down here. All right, here's one that was $592 almost, just under $592. Now it's $539. That's the one I showed you earlier. Here's one for $605 and change, 5-bedroom, 4-bath. Beautiful, man. Covered patio, nearly 3,400 square feet. So here we go, $575, $614. Here's one for $599. And it's almost 3,400 square feet. So guys, these are for closing now, coming into the new school season. If you're wondering why you should move to Charlotte, NC, here's why. We can help you here or anywhere. We can help you with DR Horton or any of the production builders. We can help you with any new construction or any resale. We can help you list and sell your house in North or South Carolina. Got a great team of agents. I'm out doing the videos. They're out doing the deals. So call me first before you reach out to this builder or any builder. And what Chris, my sales agent colleague, wanted me to know was that some of these are what they call the BFC. That's called a builder. I didn't know this. This is DR Horton lingo, a builder forward commitment. It's a below market interest rate. And that's why you can get some of these at 4.99 FHA or VA. Veterans, FHA or VA. which is 0 down, as you know. If it's conventional, 5.5. That's if we can close in August or December. They're also offering $10,000 in closing cost help. So, you know, you're saving some money, guys, and interest rate. And if you can get your parents to kick in another $100,000 out of your inheritance fund to live near you and get you an affordable payment, hey ho, let's go. 704-345-3400. By the way, that's my gold record back there. Where is it? That's my gold record. Yeah, call me. I'll tell you that's a real gold record, like a radio record, you know, like the record industry from A&M Records. I'll tell you about it from the 70s. Call me. 704-345-3400. I can't wait to talk to you. Before you talk to the builder, let's make this happen for you. Welcome to the Charlotte area. See you in the next video. Holler.